Hey everyone, it's Sherry from the Cat Forum. I'm finally here with the long-awaited kitten video. We may have some guests. Sassy is over there on the bed. Duchess is swirling around the room. I don't know if she's going to jump in my lap again. We have somebody over here in the window. Who is that? That is a Marshmallow. We have Marshmallow in the window. So, we have some guests here today. But primarily, the video is going to focus on Tobe. Why Tobe? Because we had Tobe from literally the minute he was birthed. So, the story of Tobe is that I was walking down the sidewalk and I saw something on the stairs. It looked like a puddle of goo, to be honest. I didn't know quite what it was until I got a little bit closer. I have pretty bad vision. Yeah, so I got a little bit closer and I saw that it was a kitten still in its amniotic sac. So I scooped it up. I noticed that it was cold. I was prepared for it to be dead. I ran inside. I screamed out, "Mom, kitten emergency." She quickly ran into the room. She gently opened the amniotic sac, cleaned out its nose, cleaned out its eyes, its ears, and gently, it's a miracle, but she gently breathed life into Tobe, and he took his first breath. We did not think he was going to live. I mean, what kitten can live like that? What kitten can live under those circumstances? But he did, and he thrived. And so I'm going to use pictures of him up here in this corner to show you the different stages of his life, because we have had him since day one. Okay, number one, kittens can have kittens. The earliest a kitten can have a kitten is 4 months old. Veterinarians don't even recommend that you spay or neuter your kitten until 7 months old. So, that proves to be a little bit of a problem, wouldn't you think? What I recommend is to keep your kitten inside and away from the opposite sex. Oh, who do we have? We have the star of the video down here. Tobe. He's just come in the room, but he's probably not going to pop up. Keep the opposite sexes away from each other. So if you have a female kitten and she's not spayed, don't let her get near any unfixed males. This will trigger her hormones and she will go into heat. Same for male cats. If they get near a female that's unfixed, they'll smell the pheromones, they'll smell the hormones, and they will go into heat. You'll start hearing the yowling. One way to tell if your female cat has already gone into heat, hey Sassy, is they'll start rubbing on the floor and they'll start purring really loud and they'll start just being absolutely... They're throwing themselves at whoever is available. Let's be honest. Tobe, get out of the trash can. Sorry about that. So you don't want that. Nobody wants that because the kitten population is crazy. There are far more kittens than there are people to take care of the kittens. So try to keep your cat indoors until you can get them spayed or neutered. If you do not have the money to get them spayed or neutered, many times the your local animal shelter or your local ASPCA or Humane Society will have vouchers for reduced spay and neuter, and as well as rabies vaccination, because you typically get the rabies vaccination when you get your boy or girl spayed or neutered. So that's something to keep in consideration. So beyond kittens having kittens, the normal gestation time for kittens having kittens is 66 days. How scientists have achieved this number, have come to this number, I don't really know. I think they have just taken an average and said in between 61 and 67 days, a mother kitten a mother cat is going to birth her kittens. A typical mother cat can have anywhere from 2 to 5, but higher numbers have been recorded. Last year, we had a feral who gave birth to 7 kittens. We brought them inside. We did our best to take care of all of them, but the population in our colony is severely inbred due to circumstances that are beyond our control. And most of them passed from various illnesses, and we only ended up saving 2. And we have adopted those 2 into the house. Sassy is one, and she's very sassy. And Buddha, who was first named Stormbringer, I don't know why. First it was Little Chimney Swift, and then it was Stormbringer, and then it landed on Buddha. So yeah. We managed to save those 2, and we adopted them into the household. Okay, now that you've given birth to your kittens, you have them, you breathe life into them, they're living, now you have to deal with feeding them. This is the fun part. Actually, it's the worst part about it's not the worst part, but it is a very difficult part. Kittens have to be fed on a 2-hour schedule when they're first born. Sometimes it's earlier than 2 hours. It just depends. You get the feeling as you're raising them when they're hungry and when they're not. They'll get very, very antsy. They'll start, kind of trying to crawl around. They'll start trying to crawl around, or they'll start screaming. And if you are the surrogate mother, it's your job to feed them. Now, there is a thing called kitten milk replacement, KMR. What you want to do is get some KMR immediately. Soon as you bring a kitten into the house and this kitten is underage and you didn't, let's say, adopt the kitten from, oh my goodness, I'm losing my words here. If you didn't adopt the kitten from a proper place and you found this kitten and you're trying to take care of it, which is what this video is based on, being a surrogate or a foster mother, then you're going to need KMR. Go to the store, grocery store, pet store, PetSmart, Petco. It doesn't matter. You need KMR and you need it immediately. You also need several bottles because they will chew through those nipples. Oh, and nothing flat. As their teeth come in, they start to chew the bottles more to get more of the milk because they're growing and they're hungry. So you want to have several bottles ready to go. The best thing to do with the milk is to fill up the bottle. First thing, they have 2 different types of KMR. One comes in a can and the other one comes as a powder. If you get the powder, it's going to be a little bit difficult at first for you to learn how to get the powder to a perfect form, so it's not lumpy. I still have trouble with that, so I prefer the cans of KMR. You can just pour it into a bottle, take a funnel, put the funnel in the bottle, and then pour it in. And then what you want to do is you want to heat that bottle up. The best way to heat it up, do not put it in the microwave. It can release terrible things from the plastic of the bottle. And also do not put it in a pot of boiling water, because that can also release chemicals from the bottle. So what you want to do is you want to take a bowl or a cup, fill it up with the hottest water possible, and just let the bottle, just kind of bob around. This is going to take a few minutes, so you're going to be dealing with screaming kittens for a few minutes. But once you think it's at the right temperature, test it on the back of your hand, make sure it's not too hot, make sure it's not too cold, then get that baby drinking. It's going to be difficult at first to find out what position works best for the kitten. Some kittens like to lay down and drink. Some kittens like to be on their back and drink. Some kittens like to be on their side and drink. It just all depends on what your kitten prefers. You and your kitten will work that out together. Okay? So, also something to note that around this time, kittens cannot regulate their body temperature. So, part of the reason of getting the milk the right temperature is to help them regulate their body temperature, but also anywhere below 81 degrees Fahrenheit, they can go into hypothermia. They're going to die quickly if you don't get on that. Heating blankets are a very good solution, but be very careful because they can cook. They can get too hot. They can get overheated. Cook is not the right word, and it's not the word I wanted to use, but it's really what happens. It's the part of the reason why you see kitten puddles and you think, oh, that's so cute, it's a puddle of kittens. But what they're doing in reality is they're trying to keep each other warm. And the kitten on the bottom, if it's not strong enough to, get its little nose out, between the bodies of its, other kittens, then it could smother. And that can also happen with heating blankets. So just keep a very close eye on your kitten. Keep a very close eye on how it's doing. If it's sweating, if it seems like it's sweating, it's way too hot. If it seems like it's shivering, then it needs to, it needs some body warmth. For the first night, I actually held Tobe to my chest, and I had a heating blanket, not a heating blanket, but a heating pad over my chest, and I just held him for the whole night. And the rest of the nights my mom took over because, well, Tobe, to be, he was meant to be ours, so she took over, and he's her baby. So the next part of the video deals with the unpleasant defecation and urination situation. Now, kittens don't know how to do that. They are not born knowing how to defecate or urinate. A mother cat will lick the bottom of the baby and stimulate it. But if it doesn't have a mother and you are its surrogate mother, guess what? You have to do that for them. So take something very, very, very gentle, warm it up a little bit, and just gently wipe very carefully. You'll know what you're doing when you feel that warm feeling like spread across your hand. You'll know. Oh, we have another visitor. Let's say hi to the camera. Look everyone, it's Apollo. Apollo, say hi. You're still a kitten yourself. Hi, Apollo. Hey, everybody. Okay, baby. Okay, so, where was I? Oh, yes, stimulation of the genital area. Yes, it's unpleasant. And as they grow older, as they get bigger, the messes get bigger, more laundry you have to do, but they learn quickly. Pretty soon you can put a litter box in their enclosure. Hopefully you will have them in an enclosure. We had this kids, I think we bought it from the kids section, or maybe we bought it from Chewy, I'm not sure, but it's this big enclosed with mesh area that we call Thunderdome because when you have 7 kittens in an enclosed area, it's going to be like Thunderdome. So we had a cat box, and a little cat box in there, and some of them were slower to learn than others, but for the most part they were quick to pick up on what to do. So kittens, if you didn't know, which you probably didn't because you're watching this video to learn about kittens, is that they have their eyes closed when they're born. Now, you've probably seen this. You can see Toby's eyes closed up there. But kittens' eyes stay closed for the first 7 to 10 days. They can't see anything. They're completely blind. They can smell a little bit, which is how they generally find the nipple for when you're feeding them, is that they they root around and then they find the nipple. But yeah, for 7 to 10 days, their eyes are closed. At 10 weeks, though, they can see as well as an adult cat, which is something that I didn't know while researching this video. I thought it would take a full year, maybe 2 years for their full vision to come in, but no, it's not true. 10 weeks, well as an adult cat. But some people debate that, so I don't know. Beginning at 4 weeks, they can start eating solid food. So what you want to do with this is get some canned food. Well, there's 2 ways. I'm going to tell you 2 ways that have worked for me in the past. One is to get a little bit of canned food, preferably the kind with the gravy, because the gravy has a lot of water in it, and mix it in with some hard food and then heat it up in the microwave for like 7 to 10 seconds, just so it's a little bit warm. And then let it sit so that it gets soft. Another way is to take hard food, kitten chow, not adult cat food, because they don't need what's in an adult cat food. They need kitten chow because it has special nutrients and taurine and things that kittens need that adults don't need, and vice versa. Oh, there goes Sassy. So the second option is to get some kitten chow, put water in it, mix it up with your finger, and then put it in the microwave for 7 to 10 seconds and let it cool down, and it will be mushy, and then try to offer that to them. Both of these ways have worked with success for me, depending on the litter, depending on the kitten. The kitten will let you know what it wants. It will stomp all over it. It will get everywhere. Toby had a bath, I want to say probably every day of his life, until he became an adult, because he was constantly getting into messes. So yeah, kittens are messy creatures, and you're gonna have to bathe them, and they're gonna scream, most likely. But we had some kittens that just really liked being in the warm water, and they're just like, oh, this is nice. I'm just gonna lay back and chill. But yeah, some kittens, no, they don't like that water at all. They scream, and then they throw an absolute, fit. I was the dryer. I wasn't the I would wash some. I'd wash like the bum area, and then I would dry, whereas my mom would wash like the head area and the body area. So we had a little system going for the 7 kittens that we did last year. Now, the mother has generally weaned them by 6 to 8 weeks. So you often see breeders offering their kittens at 8 weeks old. This is cringeworthy because, yes, their baby teeth can handle food. Yes, they traditionally are ready to go at 8 weeks old, but the argument stands that they're not how do I say this without offending people who are breeders? They're just not ready to leave the litter yet, or to leave their parents yet. They generally need a few more weeks. So I would say 12 weeks. I wouldn't, if I were to buy a kitten, which I never have, because I'm an adopt, don't shop type of person, or rather they drop on my porch and I just raise them type person. 10 to 12 weeks is a better, time period to adopt or purchase from a breeder. Now, I'm not saying that if you love a particular breed, like I love Siamese, I love Bengals, I love Ragdolls, I'm thinking about getting one in the future, but I still think that there are a lot of kittens out there in shelters who need homes more than we need to purchase from breeders. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So at 9 months, wait, hold on. I think I skipped a little bit on my script here. we're skipping ahead a little bit. So after that, after the 8-week to 10-week time period, that's kind of it for kittens. They go through a very quick growth span for the next year. They get their adult teeth at 9 months. I'm going to show this great picture of Tobe up in the corner of him showing off his very, very sharp adult teeth. And but they begin coming in at 3 months. So if your cat is doing what's called teething, they're going to go through that a couple times. They'll need teething toys, just or they'll chew on your teeth while you're chew on your feet while you're in your bed. That's a very fun game for them. So yeah, buy them lots of toys for them to chew on, so they don't chew on wires or anything else that could possibly cause them or you and your household any harm. So this is just kind of a random thing that people have asked me before, and it's always it always comes up when there's a new kitten showing up on the block, is how to tell if they're male or female. Easy way is a male is a round circle, just a big circle, and a female is an exclamation point. So if you can identify that, then you're good to go and you know who's male and who's female. At your first visit, and I'm going to read off of the script now because I want to make sure that I get everything correct. There is a combination of vaccinations that you get at 8, 12, and 16 weeks, and it's called the FVRCP, and it's against feline viral rhinotracheitis, feline calicivirus, and feline panleukemia. This is important. Make sure your kittens get their boosters. If you ever plan to travel or take your animals overseas, you have to have vaccinations, and you don't want to start them when they're older because they can have complications. So make sure you get your kittens in as early as possible. And then rabies is usually given at 16 weeks when hopefully either they're getting spayed or you're just doing your due diligence and taking them in at 16 weeks to get their rabies. Their first rabies will be a 1 year, and after that, after their 1 year rabies, they will be able to get what's called the PureVax rabies vaccination, which is 3 years. It has less complications, and is highly recommended by veterinarians these days. That's it. That's pretty much it when it comes to kittens. By 1 year, they are considered adult cats. Picture of Tobe up there. He's basking in the sunlight. This is me. I am Tobe. But they're just cute. They're cute, but they require a lot of work. And I hope that if you choose to adopt a kitten, or if you happen to find a kitten, or if somebody drops a kitten on your doorstep, then this video helps you a little bit. Now, with all that out of the way, I have a bit of a surprise. I make sure that all of my babies have collars, tags, name tags, and collars, name tags, their home again, or their microchip number. And I only use one provider, and that's Made by Cleo. That's the name of the couturier, Atelier. We haven't decided which one we want to use yet, but I always use her. Why? Because I first found her on Etsy, and I was astounded by the quality of her work, and I have not used anyone since. So I got a new package for the kittens. So this is what it comes in. It comes in a little, well, mine's a little one because I only ordered 2. So this is As you can see, it's made by Cleo. And it's made by Cleo.com if you're interested. So it comes with the invoice that makes sure that everything that you ordered is in fact what's included in the package. And you'll get what looks like this. Now, I ordered 2 of the, let me make sure that I got the right ones. The Alabaster White solid color linen textured white collars, because I wanted the 3 kittens to all match. And I just thought it would be adorable if they all matched. Now, usually I don't do that. I order separate designs. She has so many designs. She has themes, she has colors, she has velvet, she has not velvet, she has linen, she has velvet. It's just absolutely great. So this is the collar itself. I wanted silver, so you can see the silver. And it's white, and I think it's just gonna look great. And I also ordered name tags. So this is 3s. Let me open this just so you can see it a little bit better. I also ordered name tags, and what's great about her name tags is that she does it on both sides. So you can do up to 4 lines, I believe, on her name tags. But I only do 2 because I like it simple. I just want the name and the phone number. So this is 3's name tag, and it's perfect on both sides. So she has a lot of different options for name tags. I ordered 2 of these silver hearts for 3 and Luna. And then for Apollo, I ordered him a solid silver circle. Because his name's no longer Sprite, because he's not sprightly. He used to be sprightly when he ran around the yard, but he's no longer sprightly. Now he just kind of, I mean, he likes to chill around. So he's not sprightly anymore, guys. But yeah, if you're interested in going to look at what she has to offer, then go to madebycleo.com. Not collars by Cleo, not anything else by Cleo, madebycleo.com. There will be a link in the description below, and take a look at what she has, because I really think you'll be impressed. I mean, she has the largest selection of cat collars that I have seen anywhere, and sometimes you can even find them in pet stores. I found some of her collars in PetSmart, but she recommends purchasing them from her website directly. So go to her website, madebycleo.com, and check out what she has to offer. But for now, this has been a very long video. Thank you all for staying with me. I hope you enjoyed the pictures of Tobe. And for now, ciao cats and kittens.